Hi, hello. So I recorded this with my face the first time, but the audio was pretty terrible. So here we are doing this again. No face. January TBR game. I'm gonna roll 6 times. We're gonna get 6 or more books because doubles mean I gotta add another roll, and I've got some other challenging things in there that also mean adding an extra book. Without further ado, let's just get into roll number 1. So roll number 1 is Creature Fantasy, and I'm choosing a deal with the Elf King by Elise Kova. This is an unknown human queen that needs to go deplete her powers in the elf midland world after marrying the elf king. Think YA, almost new adult fantasy, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, forced marriage, lots of magic-y things, and a fun mystical animal sidekick creature. Yes. Okay, let's go on to rule number 2, which is a doubles. Yay for me. I'm adding another book. We're up to 7. This one is a should have read by now. I usually pull this from a jar, but I got a suggestion from my son to read Where the Red Fern Grows, and so I'm going to read that. It's been adapted into a movie. It's a banned book. It's got an animal companion main character. These all fit into challenges, and this is pretty much a children's classic about a boy raising his 2 dogs to hunt. Rule number 3, which is another doubles. Yay me, we're up to 8 books. See, I told you about them doubles. This one is set in the past, and I am choosing Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. Think a retelling of As You Like It, same world as her Romeo and Juliet retelling that I really liked. This is the lady assassin that can't die. She's turned into a spy, and she has to fake a marriage for her next mission. Pretty excited about this. I'm pretty sure it's a rivals forced proximity romancy thing too. So that sounds like fun. Okay, roll number 4 is a challenge card. Woohoo! I have to add another book with this because I actually landed on the star. But the challenge is fake dating. Fake dating. I chose The Cupcake Cottage by Jean Oram. I think that's how you say your name. And this one is a hockey romance, best friends / best friend's ex to lovers, fake dating, reputation stuff. Yep. That's all I really need to know about this kind of book because I generally enjoy fake dating, and the few hockey romances I've read have been similar vibes, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this. Roll number 5 is a challenge read. So one of my challenges is to finish series, and this is number 3, the last book in a series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I think it's the Origin series, The Brightest Night. Think coming of age, post-alien invasion, lost memory, chosen one, dystopian romance. Yep, I'm enjoying it so far. It's going to be a quick read. Excited about it. Let's get on to roll number 6. Which is also a challenge book. This one is going to be one of my 25 before 2025 books. It's The Lions of Lucerne, I think is how you say it, by Brad Thor. This is a recommendation from my dad because he's got this whole series and I've never read any Brad Thor. He wants to know if I want the books so he can make room on his shelf for more books. This is how we're doing things here lately. And he likes political thrillers, and that's what this is. Kidnapped president, massacred Secret Service, a survivor who's an ex-SEAL. The ex-SEAL is framed. He meets his sidekick woman. They join a team of professional killers. It should be a lot of blowing up and shooting people and that kind of thing. Let's get on to roll number 7. Which is a DNF revive. It's a soft DNF. I do want to finish this book. This is Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, and it is really cool because it's not just one chosen one, it's a whole group of teens who had to take down the evil overlord guy. Of course, they defeated him 10 years ago, and now they're all kind of suffering from PTSD and trying to find a way to live with the things that happened to them when they killed this guy the first time. But now he's coming back. So, but I've read about 40% of this, I think. So I'm just gonna go back and backtrack just a little bit, not reread the whole thing, and finish this one on audiobook. I am looking forward to it. In roll number 8. Is a TBR event. So I'm going back and I found this guy, These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and somebody else. I've read another joint book that Amy Kaufman wrote with Jay Kristoff, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping that I like this new pairing. This one is a luxury space liner that falls out of warp space, crashes into a planet, and two are the only survivors, and they've got to survive together. Cue the romance. Pretty sure it's like YA new adult kind of theme here. All right, roll number 9. Is indie. Same book I always pick if I'm going to have an indie or a cozy mystery. It is number 5 in the Wisteria series, Wisteria Witches, Wisteria Wyverns. So think Zara is a kooky librarian who learns that she's a witch, comes into her power 16 years too late. And is thrown into all sorts of mysterious things. She's ghost charmed, so she gets possessed in every book by a new ghost and creates a new mystery, and she has to solve it with the help of some wacky characters, and it's a lot of fun. Highly recommend. Highly recommend this series. It is amazing. Okay, so those are all my roles. So we have a couple challenges that I also have to meet that don't fit any of my tabletop TBR books in it. So the first one is my 2025 Romance Microtrope Challenge. This is one I just threw together based off of another challenge I did last year that didn't renew itself. So this is Academic Rivals to Lovers, and I chose a study in Charlotte for this one. Think Sherlock's Home, Gender Reversal, Enemies to Lovers story. Next is the Buzzwordathon, and this is that it must contain truth and or lies or some sort of similar word in the title. So I chose None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This is a mystery thriller, a podcaster, a woman who insists her life is worth being on this podcast. Then she inserts herself into the podcaster's life and then disappears, suddenly leaving her, the podcaster, and her family in danger. The mystery thriller. I'm trying to learn what I like with those. So the next one is my 2025 monthly motif reading challenge by Chapter Adventure, and January's prompt is punctuated titles. So I chose I, Robot by Isaac Asimov. This is like a really kind of classic sci-fi, kind of like the origin of an AI not being able to harm a human. It's about questioning humanity. I'm trying to explore more sci-fi this year, so that's kind of why I chose that one on this list. The next challenge I'm completing is in the 2025 Easy Reading Challenge, and it's an image book. Map is considered an image for this prompt, so I chose Thor Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is a reread for me. I want to see if I like it better on audio to see if I can continue the series. And then finally, I am reading Songbird in the Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. This is for the monthly reading read-along that I do with my subscribers on the Bite Me box, one of my freelance jobs. It's paranormal romance, urban fantasy, fantasy romance. This is a fantasy romance I'm going to be reading. I liked Carissa Broadbent's others book so far, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy this one. There's going to be war and a sun god and all sorts of things. So if you want to join me there, those are all the books I'm reading. I think that's it. It's too many, but it's okay. I like having lots of choices and making myself read things that I don't necessarily feel like reading, because that's the only way I learn what my reading tastes are, other than reading the same story over and over and over and over again, which I tend to do in babbling. Okay, anyways, there's my TBR. Let me know what you are reading in the comments below, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.